Welcome to From Market to Table. I'm Lillian. This is Kathy. We're going to be doing products from the Byler
Relish House.
Okay. From Saegertown. Kathy is going to be going ahead and doing a pepper relish glazed meatloaf. She is also going to do a salsa dip. Then I am going to do a ham salad using the relish, and then Kathy is going to finish up with a Chow dip. So I'm going to turn it over to Kathy.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm going to start off with 1 pound of hamburger that's thawed.
The basket's right there.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and 1 egg. Okay. We'll need 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. We'll need a 1/2 cup of crackers. Okay, 1/4 cup of onions.
In the meantime, all of these recipes have been compiled into a little booklet by Byler's.
You can show
So-
that. Yeah.
Looks just like this. It says Byler's Relish House. And all of the recipes are in here. There's pie fillings and the Chow dip. There's even a peanut butter spread. So this is, where can we get this, Kathy?
Well, we have a couple. We need probably to publish more. We just have a couple that are just we have.
Okay,
And we were
very
selling them over at the Rogers, Ohio, with our rest of our stuff.
Right.
But I think we probably should publish some more of that. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good. Thank you for that information. I'm sure people might be interested in getting these, Kathy.
Yeah. Then we have a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. And we finish up with some 1 of the ketchup. Okay. We'll mix this up.
How long do you bake that, Kathy?
Usually about 45 minutes to maybe an hour, depending upon your oven at 350.
That would be a very nice thing to serve hot or cold at any of your picnics.
Yeah.
This is also something you could, involve kids in doing if they're running around the house and
Yeah.
you're busy with something. Have them mix your meatloaf. I think they would
I need to
enjoy
actually
doing it.
do the glaze. Let me get the glaze going because the glaze goes in the meatloaf also.
Oh, okay. Just not
Okay.
on top, but actually
Yeah,
in
it
the meatloaf.
goes in the meatloaf. So let me get that going. Okay, I need a 3/4 cup of the sweet pepper relish. And that's 3/4 of a cup. Then I need 1/4 of a cup of honey.
Is there any particular honey that you use?
I just picked up the Bellevue. I mean, any kind of honey that you need. I need 1/4 of a cup.
I mean,
of
can
honey.
it be the wild honey or, you know?
Yeah, I have not used that wild honey, but you probably could.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, 1/4 of a cup.
Do you need a plastic spoon to?
I might need a plastic spoon for that. yes.
Sure.
Thank you, Lillian.
Oh, you're welcome, Kathy.
Okay. Okay, I need 1 teaspoon of mustard.
Could you use dry mustard in that also?
I never used that, but you probably could as a substitute. I think you could. And then 1/8 of a cup of ketchup and stuff. Okay, you mix this together.
Is there any specific length of time that you need to mix it?
Not really.
Or just until
yeah.
it, okay.
Okay, now I'm going to put 1/4 of a cup in. I'm going to use 1/4 of a cup here.
And then you reserve the rest of it for on top of the meatloaf?
I do, yes, for a glaze.
Right.
So I'll mix this up.
That looks like it's even more fun to mix it with a glaze in it than it was when it was drier.
It's a little bit, yeah, it actually comes together a little bit better too.
That's right, it would.
When you have that, the glaze mixed in. This is the first recipe that I've made with the glaze in it.
Oh.
Usually
okay.
most of your meatloaves are, without glaze or on top, but this is the glaze that's already in it.
See, yes, I have always put ketchup and things in
Yeah,
my
right.
meatloaf and then on top.
Right.
But this sounds very good and very interesting to use the glaze.
Okay. I'm gonna throw that away. Okay, then you what you do is press this into an 8x8 pan to cook. So I form it first of all. And then the remaining glaze goes on top. Okay, so that goes in the oven. And then after, it all depends on your oven or either a gas or electric, usually about 45 minutes to an hour
Very good.
and stuff. And out comes your glazed meatloaf. Let me put this.
So that's what it looks like when it is all done. Looks good enough to eat, Kathy.
Right there.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about it before we?
Basically, it's the only thing is that you put your glaze in your meatloaf,
Right.
and basically it actually tastes a lot better with the glaze in the meatloaf and on
Than
top
just
of
on
it.
top,
Yes,
correct.
Yeah. But some people, we actually make the sweet, hot, and extra hot. So if you want to spice it up, you can make it with the hot pepper relish or the extra hot.
Very
But
good.
I usually
yes.
just make it with the sweet
Right.
pepper relish.
Would you like us to put this in the oven now?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, while we're getting this into the oven, Kathy's going to go on and do her salsa dip. An hour, 350.
Okay.
Now Kathy is going to go ahead and do the salsa dip, correct?
Right. Okay. The
Very
salsa
good.
dip. Okay. Let me put this away. Okay. Okay. Some people just buy this at the store and use it as a dip. Okay, but you can actually mix it with some sour cream or cream cheese. So I'm going to take 1 cup of the salsa. Take this. Okay, this is 1 cup here. Okay, I need 3/4 cup of sour cream. Okay. And then you need 2 ounces of cream cheese. So I have the 2 ounces here. Thank you, Lillian.
You're welcome, Kathy. I figured it would give you a little more room to work there.
Well, when I cooked, I kind of like spread
Yes,
things out. Yeah.
I think we all do.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to just cream this, combine it.
So that's all we need for the salsa.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Okay, so this basically
Do you want to spread any on crackers?
you can actually put this in the center,
Yes.
okay, if you want to do that. And you can have
Well, you can just put the dish
Yeah.
right in the
Yeah,
center
if
and
you
put the
want to.
crackers around it if you wish.
Yeah, if you want
And
to.
there
yeah.
are some crackers
Yeah,
right there.
Usually you can make, I have either chips or crackers
Mm-hmm.
would be fine.
Oh, you have.
So it gives it a little bit different flavor,
Good.
this one. Okay, here. There's the chips. And then you can have, or crackers, which I got.
Do you want to use these rather than open that box?
Yeah, if you want to,
Certainly.
sure.
I figure crackers are more or less crackers.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Here you have a very nice dish to put in the center of your picnic table.
Okay.
But it looks very,
okay.
very good. Okay. Now we're going to let Kathy take a break because I'm going to do the ham salad. And what I have done is I have grated my ham salad at home naturally because it takes too long to grate it. But you grate a cup and a half of the ham salad. Then you go ahead and just get your relish. And what I've done is I just use Byler's bread and butter relish to mix in with that. And you need 1/4 cup So I'm going to just take 1/4 cup of the bread and butter relish to mix in with a ham salad. And what's nice is, and I've learned this a long time ago, when you're cooking anything and you have to put the lid back on, wipe the lip of the jar off because that keeps the lid from sticking then the next time you go to use it. And I also then need 1/4 cup of the mayonnaise. And just to add a little bit of spice to it, after we get the 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, and also if it's ever too thick, you can always just add some more mayonnaise to make it more spreadable. I add some Horlocker's dipping mustard in it because the Horlocker's dipping mustard gives it a honey mustard flavor. So I just add, I almost forgot to wipe my lid. I just use 1/2 teaspoon of the dipping mustard, which I bet I forgot to bring. I did, so guess what? It's not going to have that spicy taste this time. But I do add it so that it just has a little bit more zip to it. But you can do it without. And then, of course, after it's all mixed up, I serve it on crackers. And just to make it look a little pretty, I put black olives on it. Of course, if you don't like black olives, you can always just plink them off at the buddy sitting across the table that you're not happy with. Okay. Any questions? I hope not. Everything is written down there. It's very simple. And now we're going to turn it back over to Kathy, and she's going to do her chow chow.
Okay, the chow chow dip, the very first thing you do is drain the chow chow. I'll put this back here. We have the mild chow chow and we also have the hot. I'm just going to use the mild. It's a cabbage base. So I need 1 cup of the chow chow that I'll use. This out here. Put those back. Okay. So I have my strainer. I throw it in here. Sometimes I can press it down to get as much juice out of it as possible.
What do you do then with the juice? Just discard it?
I kind of, yeah, I guess you can put it back in the jar, but I mean, you don't have to though. So it's pretty dry. So I'll just use this to mix it up. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Here, I'll put this back here. Okay, so I have the chow already drained, and now I need a cup of sour cream. So I'll need that. With a cup of sour cream then. Okay, this gets combined with the chow.
Is that a very spicy dip?
Well, the chow itself, with the spices, are a little bit. It is kind of spicy, but
Okay.
it gets toned down with the sour cream
True.
and in the cheese.
Right.
So I have that. Okay, I need 2 ounces of the 2 ounces of sour cream, or cream cheese rather. This is the cream cheese.
So we had a cup of sour cream, but just 2 ounces of the cream
right,
cheese.
okay. And then I have half a cup of Velveeta cheese. So I need the Velveeta cheese. Okay, thank you. And half a cup of that.
Now I see that you're using the cheese whiz,
Yeah.
but you can use the Velveeta if
Yeah.
you would melt it
Yeah,
in the microwave.
Yes, I just
Certainly.
kind of like shortcut everything
Right, exactly.
by doing that. Yeah.
Yes, because I don't think it would
Yeah.
affect the flavor at all.
No, I don't think so. Okay. So we have everything in here. And again, we combine it by mixing it up. The sour cream, the Velveeta. I'm going to incorporate it as much as possible in. The sour cream is real smooth.
That looks very nice.
You could probably chill this, I would say.
Yes.
To
Although
make it,
more firm.
yeah.
Although if you serve it as a dip, you don't want it too firm.
Right.
Because your chip or whatever you're using would
Right.
break. Mm-hmm.
But again, if I have that, well, I guess you could, if I had a small bowl, I don't have a one that's clean. I used all mine up.
Right. I don't have
Yeah.
any available here either.
But this would get served.
Oh. Yes, I do.
Oh, well, thank you. Oh,
You're welcome.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so this gets served. Makes quite a bit, really. And again, you can have your crackers And your chips, you can serve it with.
Very good.
So instead of just using the chow chow just to eat,
Right.
you can then incorporate with the dip. And stuff.
You know,
So
I bet the chow chow would even be good in meatloaf.
I didn't try that. That'd be something we could experiment on.
Yes.
You and I could experiment on that.
Oh, I'm forever experimenting
Yeah.
on things. It's a good thing my cats are very cooperative. And if not, my daughter's barn cats are very, very cooperative, so nothing goes to waste.
Okay.
Well, except my waste occasionally,
Yeah.
depending on what I make.
Okay. But that's the restaurant, the recipes that I brought from that.
Very good. All right, well, I guess that's it for today's Market to Table. And if anybody wants any of the recipes, I am sure that if you would call Connie Market, we will have them available in the rack where the papers and our sell papers are. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you the next time around. Thank
Okay,
you.
well, thank you, Lillian.
Thank you,
Okay.
Kathy. It was
Thank
a
you.
pleasure having you today.